There are 10 cabins on a cruise you might want to stay away from. Cruise Fever here, and we're going to go through the 10 worst cabins on a cruise ship. Now I should say right off the bat that if you're on a cruise ship, you're already doing pretty good, and I'd rather be on the worst cabin on a cruise ship than sitting at home making this video. You might completely disagree with one of the cabins that I picked as the worst on a cruise ship, and that's okay. Just let us know in the comments below where I went wrong. Number 1. Cabins directly above or below clubs and lounges. Unless you plan on heading to your cabin after 1 a.m. each night for sleep, you should try to avoid cabins that are directly above or below the ship's clubs and bars. The bass of the subwoofers in the clubs can easily be heard in these staterooms. Number 2. Cabins above the theater. Unfortunately, the cabin walls on cruise ships are not soundproof. While they do block a fair amount of noise, you'll still be able to hear music in the staterooms directly above the theater. If shows are over by 11 p.m., this may not be much of an issue. Number 3. Cabins directly below the pool deck. Each morning, staff members will begin to rearrange and organize pool deck loungers, getting the Lido deck ready for the day. While some crew members will lift and move loungers, many will drag them across the Lido deck floor, waking up passengers who are sleeping directly below. Number 4. Obstructed view cabins. Not everyone loves the idea of having a bright orange lifeboat as their view outside their ocean view cabin. While I still think that's better than having no view at all, it's something to keep in mind when booking a stateroom. Number 5. Adjoining cabins. Adjoining cabins are great for larger families as many staterooms only hold 4 to 5 passengers. However, due to the extra door between the cabins, you can often hear conversations from louder neighbors in the adjoining cabin next to you. The door is not as soundproof as the walls. Number 6. Cabins with little privacy. Remember that some balcony cabins face inward, and so will have views of a promenade or passengers right across the way. While curtains are there for a reason, there's little point in having a balcony if you don't use it. Just remember that privacy will not be a premium in these cabins. Number 7. Balcony cabins directly below public areas. On some ships, there are balconies that are perfectly visible from the pool deck or other public areas as they jut out from the ship slightly. So if you're enjoying your balcony on a beautiful day, you may turn around and look up to see another passenger staring down at you. This can be an awkward moment. This goes along with lack of privacy, but not everyone may mind this. Number 8. Cabins prone to motion. I personally don't mind cabins on the very front or back of the ship. In fact, I prefer that wonderful aft view. But for those who are worried about motion sickness, you might want to choose a cabin somewhere in the middle, where a rocking ship isn't as noticeable. Number 9. Cabins near the anchor. Early birds won't be affected by this one, but for those who want to sleep in, steer clear of cabins near the anchor. You will hear quite the clanging noise when the ship is dropping anchor at port. And number 10. Cabins on the lower decks. Yes, these cabins are often the cheapest on the ship, but they are more affordable for a reason. Cabins on deck 1 and 2 are further away from all the activities on the ship, and elevators are often crowded. On the plus side, you will save money and can get a great workout if you plan on taking the stairs. I hope this list helps you plan your next cruise cabin location. Be sure to study those deck plans before reserving your stateroom. Are there certain cabins that you try to avoid? Any stateroom nightmares that you care to share? Let us know in the comments below.